Malapit na ako ma-convert na Katniel. Second chance at love. Gusto niya yan? Kilig ako doon. Siyempre, I don't agree with everything in the show. Para may emergency, kung sa kwarto rin sila, and then they kissed. Nahihingi kasi ng pagkakataon, di ba? Pero, ipopost ko kayo doon. You can imagine the trauma sin-experience ko yun. Carrying shame that's caused by other people's mistakes. Pwede tayong sirain ng suffering. Siyempre, ayaw natin masaya siya. Ang saya naman niya kung nasira niya tayo. Hey, it's Jel! I'm really excited for this episode kasi I will be reviewing the only Filipino series I've seen in a very, very long time. I can't even remember the last time I saw one before this one. Pinilit ako ng mga kapatid ko to see it. Late bloomer ako actually. Pero I enjoy the storyline of ABS-CBN's 2Good2BeTrue. Malapit na ako ma-convert na Katniel.
Yes. Mag-last ko lang po kami, baka po may mga additional orders po.
Fries, sir. Fries. You have my fries. Yes, thank you. I am actually in Taal Vista here at Tagaytay. I'm in the lobby, so buti na lang konti yung tao. Hindi nakakaya mag-vlog. But for you guys, and yeah, ganyan siya. Some more things that I'd like to comment on, isa siguro is the theme of second chances. Sobrang gusto ko yon kung paano nag-emerge yung theme of second chances. Second chances kay Eloy, kay Lolo Sir, minsan talaga or madalas. It is the act of forgiving. It's really sometimes the only way for people to start fresh. Yung second chances din ni Margie tsaka ni Captain Rosales. Kilig ako dun siguro kasi matanda na sila. Pero I love that.
Naging masaya na ulit ang mundo ko.
Pero I love that. The second chance at love. Gusto niya yan? Pero siguro if there's one thing na papapapreno akong konti on the series is on some scenes on the recent episodes na between Ali and Eloy. Kasi, para may context, when I was younger, yung daddy ko, pag nanonood kami ng TV, madalas kasi kasama namin siya. Hindi ko alam, pero sinusupervise niya talaga. Tinutotoo niya yung parental guidance. Na-appreciate ko ngayon to. Kasi when we were kids, naalala ko ito, meron kami pinapanood na parang bago sila mag-boyfriend, tapos nagyayaya tayong lalaki, o tara, sine tayo. Pag may mga ganong scenes, papos niya yung TV or ihihinaan niya yung volume. And then, magic moment. Sabi niya sa amin, o Jess, ano yung mali doon? Yan, ganyan. O Jess, ano yung napansin mo doon? Ano yun? Ganon. So that's what I'd like to do ngayon. Pause ko muna yung TV, yung Netflix. Ano napansin niya doon? Kasi, I mean, kilig ako sa kanila kasi I love how Ella is very protective of Ali. Gusto ko yun. Ikilig ako doon. Pero yung i-post ko sa inyo, lalo for the younger ones, is parang madalas kasi in the past episode. Kasi nga, may problema sila. Baka si Ali, may sa room niya. Pupunta si Eloy, tapos yakap sila sa kwarto, ganyan. Yan pa isang esena doon para may emergency. So, sa kwarto rin sila, and then they kissed, while in a private room, just by themselves, ganun. Na, parang kung tutuusin, parang binibigay ng panahon, ano pa tawag? Parang, di naman nila sinasadya Yun yung nahihingi, yun pala, ng panahon, hindi binibigay. Yun yung hinihingi ng pagkakataon. Ayun, ano ba yan? Di ba galing? Filipino. Magka-comfort sila, ganun. So, nahihingi kasi ng pagkakataon, di ba? Pero, ipopost ko kayo doon. Kasi, isa sa mga strong ko na beliefs is that when a young person is in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, kailangan meron silang boundaries. And one of the boundaries na I would always encourage my disciples and the young people I would counsel is to set the boundary to not be in a private room na kayong dalawa lang. Because even if malinis yung intention nyo, mahal nyo lang ng isa't isa, gusto nyo lang i-comfort yung isa't isa, it's such a perfect environment for temptation to jump in. Kailangan careful tayo dun, di ba? The enemy is like a roaring lion Naghahanap yan ng perfect opportunity. Kahit maliit lang na opportunity na mapasok niya tayo, masila niya tayo. And so, that's something siguro na ipopost ko kayo na, teka. I mean, may mga good lessons yon, pero may mga bagay din na hindi mo rin dapat i-normalize. I mean, siguro for other people po naman, ano ba yan? Napakamanang naman, conservative. But it could be a powerful way. It could be a small but powerful way to guard our integrity, to guard our purity, and to guard each other. Yon. Okay ba yun? Actually, interested ako. Anong masasabi niyo doon? Let me know in the comment section what you thought of that insight lang in napansin ko doon. So, I wanted to share some of the lessons I've observed from this series about dealing with hurts, pain, suffering, since these are present in the lives of most of us. One is how suffering creates resiliency. Diba, the lives of the characters in the show. There's Eloy na yung mommy niya died in an accident, yung dad niya, basically lumaki siya na nasa prison. So you can imagine the trauma, the struggles, the hardship basically, and the suffering of being an orphan, diba? And then there's Ali, who came from a broken family, who had a terrible experience witnessing a hurtful truth in their family life. So you can only imagine, diba, the heartbreak, the emotional distress, the feeling of betrayal this girl has gone through. And then there's Margie, whose heart was broken twice. Yung anak niya, dalawa, magkaiba yung tatay.
Ano to? Couple ring?
Nope. Triplets ring. Siyempre, may isa pa para kumpleto ang tatlong Maria.
Ano yan?
Magkaiba yung tatay. And you can imagine in our culture, nakakahiya yun. Honestly, hirap ma-overcome yun. Kasi na-experience ko yun eh. Carrying shame that's caused by other people's mistakes, caused by other people's wrong decisions. Experiencing shame from something na you did not really do. You did not really cause. Na parang ikaw yung nag-carry. Hirap yun, hirap yun. I know some people na hindi nakalabas doon, hindi na nakawala doon, nagtago na lang talaga. Makakatandaan na. In fact, I had to overcome that. I had to overcome that. Kasi I wanted to just get away from the world, you know. Pero possible na i-resist natin na I'm not gonna let this suffering destroy me. I'm not gonna let this suffering lock me in. I'm gonna rise above it. And that creates resiliency. Si Eloy, Ali, Marge, these are people who have experienced suffering after suffering, hardship after hardship. And what you'll see in that is we can live with our lot in life. Parang whatever was given to us in life, we can live with it, we can deal with it, we can manage it. One of the things I've been learning the past years nga yata, is that adversity, if we don't let it destroy us, actually it can leave us better than before siya dumating. And if you come to think of it, diba, the Bible is also full of stories of people na yung buhay nila sobrang puno ng adversities, trials, hardship. There's Job, Paul, Joseph. Their suffering, instead of destroying them, actually helped them to be even more resilient. So, tas makikita rin natin na, on the other hand, if we don't handle suffering well, if we don't rise above it, pwede tayong sirain ng suffering. Diba? Si Helena yan. Sorry, may mga spoiler na to. Pinakita dun sa character niya na yung mga hindi gumaling na sugat can actually be a breeding ground for deception, for lies, for anger, for greater offense, insecurity, hatred, lahat na, all things ugly, diba? So, ibig sabihin, suffering does not necessarily have to destroy us. Gusto ka to. Pangalawang observation and pangalawang lesson on hurts and pain is how suffering actually deepens relationships. Si Lolo Sir, si Lolo Bart, si Lolo Jimmy, para silang parallelism na ito yung mga hindi niya naman talaga biological na kapatid, pero they are like friends who stick closer than a brother, than a sister sa case ni Lolo Sir. You'll also see that sa family nila Ali, ni Pat, ni Marge, yung character nila, diba? You'll see the bond that they have, the depth of the relationship they have. Kasi nga, they were able to suffer together and to rise above their sufferings together. In fact, for us Christians, that's the deepest kind of fellowship. The fellowship of suffering. Suffering together. Kasi, di ba, the enemy would place it in our lives kasi he wants to destroy us, right? And so, syempre, ayaw natin masaya siya. Ang saya naman niya kung nasira niya tayo. Ang saya naman niya kung nakuha niya yung goal niya. So, one way to not let the enemy have victory over our lives is to use suffering to grow closer to others in fellowship. Sarap nun. I mean, ako din yung mga tao sa paligid ko, because I've opened up my life to these people that I trust, because I share everything to them. I feel like I am accountable to them. In a way, they were able to carry also my burdens, and they were able to share in my suffering. Grabe, iba yun. I mean, may sharing talaga of joys, sharing of victories, studying the Word together, serving God together, pero iba yung suffering together. Number 3 is I've also loved how suffering was seen to redirect lives. Si Lola Sir, if hindi niyo para papanood na mato, i-cut nyo na kasi malalaman nyo na may Alzheimer's disease siya. So, si Lola Sir, that was the suffering of his character. And dun sa storyline, that actually was a turning point na ma-redirect yung buhay niya, ma-redirect yung puso niya. That's often in our sufferings and our pain na we get to rethink our lives, right? Suffering redirects our lives. Of course, hindi naman theologically based yung storyline, pero yun lang. I mean, Syempre, I don't agree with everything in the show, pero those are some themes. Researcher talaga, nag-a-analyze ng themes. Okay, na mga nakita ko dun sa story. Yun, that's the end of today's vlog. I hope you learned something and you've realized some things too. Sana rin this is something na nakaka-encourage if ever you're suffering, you have hardships in your life. Yun! Yung naabutan mo to sa dulo, medyo mahaba na. Thanks for watching this vlog. If you like more videos on life, leadership, faith, family, inclusion, and travels, I vlog weekly about that. So, please subscribe if you have not yet and give this video a thumbs up before you move to the next videos. Let me know in the comment section what you thought of this video, and I'll see you again next time. It's Jets!